Welcome, my name is Zeal and in this video I will present to you my Super Potion Brewer. This marvel of redstone technology is a product of weeks of work in collaboration with Xnight, another member of Mooncraft. It has a ton of features that makes it foolproof and unbreakable. For example, the brew button will have no effect until a potion recipe is correctly selected. This is due to this redstone line in the selector panel, which is linked to this activator that moves this block and lets the brew signal pass. The system only allows the selection of one recipe at a time with a maximum of 2 buffs by unlocking the hopper line when the signal reaches this area and relocking it before the signal gets to the dropper. When a recipe or a buff is selected, the corresponding redstone lamp on the upper row turns up to show it. This is achieved by the cyan terracotta part, where the signal of the selection panel reaches the back of the machine and is brought up by the torch tower and then down to the redstone lamps. The buffs can toggle between redstone and glowstone, as well as gunpowder and dragon breath. I made this possible by separating the redstone at the back while keeping them adjacent to each other. Wrong combinations, like choosing glowstone with magma cream, resets the selection panel while preventing the brew button from being activated. This is done by adding 2 AND gates behind the machine. So if a wrong combination is selected, one of the torches light up, create a pulse with this observer, and gets to the reset area. When these pistons lower, that means the selection panel is locked since the redstone signal can't reach the droppers anymore. The brew button is deactivated as well, and the moment the redstone signal returns, it activates this T flip-flop and the observer looking at it will send a pulse that will unlock momentarily the hopper lines, resetting the selection. The first row of redstone lamps shows if the ingredients are available, and the system prevents you from even selecting a recipe if its ingredient is missing. We can see it here made in light blue terracotta. The signal goes through here, reaches a sticky piston with a block, and when the block retracts, the signal from the selection panel can't go through anymore for this specific recipe. For potions with fermented eyes, the dropper with this ingredient is at the back here, and the white terracotta line gets to the corresponding potions, and the block gets retracted if there are no more fermented eyes available. Also, the whole system locks down if a primary reagent like blaze powder, empty glass bottles, or nether warts are depleted. This is made by a simple logic gate that gets to the reset signal if a single of these 3 redstone torches get lit because of the lack of ingredient. All the stackable ingredients can be placed in a single chest and everything gets sorted automatically without any item loss due to an ice loop. Let's have a look at the journey of one of these ingredients. The unstackable turtle shells have their own chest that fills the correct dispenser directly. And let's follow one of them to see where it goes. When the brew button is activated, the whole selection panel locks itself so no other recipe or buffs can be selected either, and the brew button is deactivated until the brew is done. Also, the line of redstone lamps underground pulses to show that the brew is in progress with the use of an Eto clock containing 6 items. This pulsing redstone line also turns on if a wrong combination makes the machine resets or if a primary reagent is missing. The correct ingredients get dispensed here in the right order and are sent directly to the hopper queue. The exact amount of 3 empty glass bottles get filled automatically with water and get inside the first brewing stand that brews the next awkward potions. At the same time, The primary brewing stand gets filled with its own pre-brewed awkward potions, and all the other ingredients enter from above. This is an example of the redstone setup to have exactly 3 items shot by the dispenser with the pulse length of a button. So we need a redstone line, 2 repeaters, and this repeater must be on 2 ticks. We need an observer here and another there. It's important that the second observer looks after the 2-tick repeater. We link all the redstone behind the observers to the dispenser, and as you can see, when I push the button, exactly 3 items gets dispensed. This is made by locking the dispenser with the first repeater so the firing of the second observer doesn't activate the dispenser when the circuit turns on. And when it turns off, the 2 observers fire with a delay of 1 redstone tick. A countdown timer of a little bit more than 20 seconds starts the moment no more ingredients are in the input upper queue. This takes the exact time for the last item to be brewed. This comparator signal extender is necessary to prolong the redstone signal when ingredients get to the hopper to avoid gaps when they get there. Without it, the hopper under the brewing stand could unlock prematurely, flushing the incomplete potions, leaving ingredients in it, and thus breaking the machine. Only when it's done, the hopper under the primary brewing stand finally unlocks and all the potions are dropped in an ice water line to a bubble column that brings the potions at your feet, here on this carpet. After that, the whole selection panel resets, the brew button gets armed again and ready to go. I hope you will enjoy your Super Potion Brewer with the most features ever seen on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you want to take a closer look, the world download for it is in the video's description. Also, if you need rabbit feed to feed the machine, make sure to take a look at my rabbit farm video. Thank you very much, and see you soon.